Everybody no more sleeping in bed.
Peace, this TA coming to you from South Jamaica from the Law Library. We here every Friday from 11 to 1, me and my brother Ykim, and we here to give y'all the jewels that we got about the law, about the Constitution, about housing, court, divorce, and everything. Get with us, man. Here's my brother Ykim.
Yo. Peace. This is Ykim, the other half of the Law Library with TA and Ykim. Listen, we're going to teach you your rights, the Constitution, and we're going to tell you the difference between rights and privileges. We're going to talk about many topics: housing court, Supreme Court, civil court, lawsuits, how to defend yourself, how to answer a complaint. We're also going to have people that deal with social work, women that have children that have been involved in the system. We're going to teach you everything we know, because guess what? We got to stand up and we got to wake up. You heard me? Peace. Ykim, Law Library with TA and Ty.
Peace. Peace. This TA and Ykim coming to you from the Law Library. We got a special guest with us tonight. Bro, tell them who she is.
Ladybug. That's who
Hi, guys.
All right, we are going to talk about a few things, topics of law tonight. But first, we want to send our prayers to the Walker family in Akron, Ohio.
Justice
that we
for
put
Jalen.
you.
Yes.
We understand. No,
Justice for
I can't
Jalen.
even say we understand because I don't. I really don't, man. You know, and I just want to get that off before I get off into the law. But I do need for the Walker family to know that our prayers and hearts are with you.
I agree.
Now, I got a little bit of good news, and y'all know that I'm not into dropping names, but some good shit happened to a good person today. Hopefully he can get out, man. You know, shit happens when you don't mention a brother's name. Dudes is in jail still fighting to get out. Why y'all keep talking about that shit happened back in the 80s? If you want to talk about something, talk about me, man. Bank robber, armored car robber, killer, drug dealer, all that. Here to try and teach you something today, man. Come on, man. Listen, let's get into this, man. I really want to talk about the Fourth Amendment because a brother reached out to me the other day.
What'd he say?
And he was talking about, yo, like the Supreme Court denied me, and I tried to explain to him how he still got rights under the New York Constitution, has a greater protection than the federal Constitution. The name of the case is Bernard Harris, 1984, from out the Bronx.
What's the
You
site?
ain't got to believe me. I really don't know the site. I gave you the name. Google it.
Bernard
Harris, 1984. You know, the brother had got convicted for homicide. The appellate division affirmed. The Court of Appeals reversed. The Supreme Court of the United States reversed New York Court of Appeals. And New York Court of Appeals said, fuck y'all. We got a greater protection for our citizens than y'all have.
Oh, okay.
You know,
okay.
so you know, this just stuff you
So
need
what's
to
the
know,
status
man.
right now?
The
The
man
Harris
been
case,
free.
he's free. That's
Man
what
been
okay,
free.
that's what I want to
He
know.
been free.
Okay,
That's
what
all we.
happened.
That's all we gonna talk about.
Right.
Is dudes who done learned this law
Like
and
we
got
did.
out.
Like we did.
That's
Right.
our message to anybody in jail. You can go to the law library
Or the street.
or even in the street,
Right. So
and you can
prepare.
get your way out of a situation, man. But you need to know what they're talking about.
You gotta
That's the most important thing, man. Because I've seen dudes stand there, just say, do you understand? Lawyer say, just say, yeah. And dude said,
they don't
know.
yeah. And then back when I was locked up, they come back in the bullpen. Yo, TA, the judge said this, but I don't understand it. Nigga, you should have said something when you was out there.
Exactly.
You should have said something then, man. Yo, listen, man. You don't have to be afraid. See, the fear comes because you don't understand the language. That's where the fear comes from. You say, oh, I ain't go to college. Guess what? Neither did I. I dropped out in the 7th grade, man.
I went back after prison.
You
to
know,
college.
but in jail, I chose to do something that a lot of dudes didn't do. I chose to hang out in the law library.
So did I.
Didn't know nothing. All that shit sounded mumbo jumbo to me, but I said, I'm gonna think I'm smart, right? And then I actually started learning shit.
And you start understanding it.
And I started understanding it, right?
Right.
And then not somebody else's understanding,
Your own.
But
but
yours.
I created
Exactly.
my own.
But
That's
yours,
the
yeah.
That's
most
what's
important. Is the interpretation. That's all the law is. It's interpretation.
Exactly.
Right? So you really need to know this, and this is to the brothers who locked up. Nobody
And the
should.
sisters.
And the
And
sisters.
the sisters.
Thank
That's
you.
why she
Thank
here.
you.
Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
sisters.
Nobody should have
A
a
greater
greater
incentive.
incentive than you. This is
No
our.
one's gonna have a great incentive.
This is our national motto. If you knew,
Knew
better,
better,
you would
do
do
better.
better.
See, she
Believe
even know
that when I tell it to you,
That's
man.
right.
I've been home 25 years now, man.
I got 18 on the
You know,
streets.
and through the law, it has created critical and
And
consequential
consequential
thinking in my life.
Oh, absolutely.
And I'm quite sure that it could do the same in your life.
It
You
will.
know, I'm gonna give you to my brother Ykim before we give you the ladybug.
Well, actually, I'm gonna just say I wanted to talk about the Jalen story and somehow intertwine it into what we're talking about the law, because my question in the Jalen story is, what do you think is going to happen to those 8 butchering, murdering police that shot that man 60 times and fired 90 rounds? So really, I'm a
For
little
a
bit
traffic stop.
allegedly a traffic stop. And what they said, equipment violation stop. What, his signal didn't work? You know, because his signal didn't work, you want to shoot
It
him,
cost
gun
him
him
his
down?
death.
Yeah, that, come on, man, that's shit crazy,
Execution.
man.
It
Not
cost-
death.
So-
yes.
That was an
so-
execution.
That was an
Firing
execution.
squad.
Right,
right.
so I think we should talk about that a little bit more now as a follow-up to your show that we did on the radio.
Okay.
So I'll pass it to you because, like I said, I'm not really feeling that well right now. I'm feeling a little upset. Matter of fact, a lot upset that our young black youth are getting gunned down by the police, and really nothing is happening.
He didn't
We
just
got-
say young black youth, did he?
Yeah, any black man.
No.
We talked about that before.
No,
Yeah, the man in South Carolina.
He was 49.
Okay, so he was
Listen.
past your
He
age.
was 49.
He was past your age range, which you
Oh,
13
so
to
call yourself
25.
old now?
No, no,
Yeah,
no.
how about that?
No,
How
but
about
this
that,
here,
right?
but listen, this here is why I say that.
And what?
He argued me down one night, right?
That's what we do.
And this is what I said to him, bro, that I ain't talking about the 61-year-old man.
But I
I'm
am.
talking about our youth,
But
man.
he's
So am
relevant
I.
also. to
He's
61 years.
relevant,
Yeah.
but they're not killing him at the rate they're killing the 13 to 25.
I agree. I
They
agree.
killing black people, black
Yes,
and brown
they are.
people. Black and
But they
they don't
killing
check
our
their
youth,
ID,
man.
but they don't check their ID.
They killing our youth, man.
Right. Okay.
The same
But
thing I
don't think it
asked you
can't happen
last
to you.
time.
But don't think it can't happen. When was the last time a 61-year-old man you
Yeah.
seen read? Yo, we barely learned about the Jalen story.
No,
They
we
really
ain't
talk-
barely learned.
They ain't talk about it in New York.
We
though.
ain't yes, they did.
Shit happened
If
that we don't
people
hear about.
choose not to watch the news.
Who
And
wants to hear
look,
that tragic
look,
shit all
and
the
this
time?
here is so crazy.
What?
Because people stuck in their telephones in this day and
But
time.
that's my point. Why was it not? Why wasn't it out there?
It was.
It was out there. Listen, I know it was out there because
Yeah.
I found it.
Most
It was
people
my
might
idea
not
to
have
do
been
the topic,
interested.
so
That's
I
right.
know it was there because
That's
I
right.
chose the topic.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is this:
What's that?
due to the fact that we have all become programmed to social media,
Not
okay? Well, not myself either, but you get my point. The majority
Right.
of us, that's where our focus is, social media, okay?
Right.
Now, had there been a filter or a hashtag along with his name at that time,
Okay.
everybody would know about it. Because they would be saying, I stand with Jalen. I hashtag Walker family. Hashtag 60 bullets.
But-
you understand me?
but you know
so
what?
no.
But you know what,
What
Lady
did cause
Bug?
that?
Because I said something to you earlier,
Mm-hmm.
and I said something to Polo.
Okay.
It don't mean nothing because it didn't happen here.
I disagree.
all right,
Because
just
we have-
let me make my point, right?
Okay.
And that's the sad part, right? Because something that happens to a person of color
Anywhere.
in California, people all over the country should know about it because it's going to affect us. Sooner or later, shit comes down here.
Right.
These people I just showed you where since January 1st they killed 127 black men and
Between
black
what ages?
boys, and
Between the ages of 13
I didn't know
and 25?
about 3 of them. I ain't know about 3 of them. You know why? Because the news
Blacks it
don't
out.
put this out. Now, they don't want to put out, oh, the youth is going crazy. The youth is shooting everybody. No, it's not the youth. Look, first off, the youth has no opportunities. They have none. They haven't provided
job
none
corps and
for
nothing like
them
that?
or none of that. They have taken the PAL centers from them from around the country. They not trying to send them back to school. You know, the only thing they want to do is lock
'em
you up, man.
or kill you.
That's all they want to do.
Right.
You know, so if
Right.
you don't get hip, then you're slick. Who was it who made it? DMX?
What?
I'm slipping, I'm falling, I can't get up.
DMX.
I'm slipping,
Real
I'm
serious,
falling, I
yes.
can't get up. Hey, man, wake up, man. Because if you knew better, you would do better, man.
Right.
Believe me when I tell you this. You ain't no savage in the pursuit of happiness like they portray you to be. You an intelligent king, man. And the sisters is intelligent queens. Show these people exactly who you are, man. Go ahead, Ladybug.
Okay. Now, this is my point. We're quick to say that it's all on racism. It's economic based as well. You understand me?
Well, why we deny economics? Man?
But this is my thing. We're not denying economics.
Okay.
Everything is marketed and geared towards the black dollar.
Yes.
Tell me I'm wrong.
No, you're
No,
not.
They don't
already
have to
said it. They
advertise
admit that.
anything to us.
We the number one
We are
consumers
free. We
of
are
everything.
free advertisers. So this is my point. Now, so far there has not been any rioting based on, and I'm proud of that. Okay, because the whole rioting thing that doesn't help us. It sounds good. It looks good, but guess what? That goes against us. You know why? That gives them an excuse to shoot more of us, an excuse to arrest more of us. Okay. Usually, when we choose to do that rioting and looting, it's usually still close to home within our community. So we're still tearing down where we live. So our youth wind up still seeing a dismal picture of where they live.
I think that's why they got the curfew now.
But you know what?
Well, it's
The
going
best thing ever. America cares about the dollar.
boycott. Don't spend it.
Don't spend any money. You understand? Spend money, yes, but only spend money within your own community. Not just your own community, meaning go to the Foot Locker that's in the same mall you live in. No, because that's not your community. Spend money with entrepreneurs, with other people of your color, other people that's part of your plight. If you only spend money within that same circle, the same way Jews do,
Right.
before
You might get
a
some
dollar goes through 5 Jewish hands before it leaves their community.
You know that happened in one of our communities one time in
Way back,
Tulsa,
yes,
Oklahoma
yes,
in
yes.
1929.
Yes,
It's
yes.
called Black Wall Street.
I know about it.
It
yes.
took
Black Wall
1
Street.
year
Google
for
that.
$1 to get outside of our community.
And that's
then
what we
this
need
is
to
what
do.
happened
Didn't-
is a girl made an accusation that a young black man did something, and they burnt down a
I'm aware of it.
42 block radius.
Yeah.
Movie theaters, hospitals, banks,
Everything.
every business that you could think of was in
there.
our
Yes.
community.
No, I'm aware of it.
And they burnt it down. And they recently, I think within the last 2-3 years, just recognized some of the individuals that's still alive from then, right?
Well, actually,
they
a little
killed
bit
a lot
further
of
back
our
they did, because they actually made a movie about it in the late 1990s, early
What's the name of
2000.
it?
I
Oh, they
can't
did?
remember. There was a movie made about it. It
About
was.
Black Wall Street?
It was, yes.
Well, there's books out there too. You
It
can
was.
Google that. Anybody can Google that.
Anybody can, that's
But
right.
I want to go back to something that was said. You said keep the dollar
Within
in
your
our
own community.
community. So, and we using the word and the terminology of black and brown, right?
Yes.
And people of color.
Yes.
So, but that made me think, because at one point in my life when I was very young, my parents were black store owners, right, in our neighborhood. That was in the late 60s and early 70s. And what happened with that situation, certain other group of people wanted him to do numbers. And he
Okay.
refused. He
Okay.
refused. So him and my oldest brother, God bless both of them, stood them down. All right. So, but now, saying all that, my thing is, how do you feel? Because sometimes I feel some kind of way. I don't see no actual African American store owners. I got a couple of restaurants in my neighborhood that's owned from some people that I know from the street, legitimized, and they got their restaurant or whatever. But, and I just throw this out there, why is it that there's Arabs owning every store
That's simple.
on every corner
That's
as
simple.
compared to actual African American?
That is so
Oh, yeah.
simple. I
Could you
can
tell
break
me?
that down simply.
Let me
There's
see.
more than one reason, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to start with the first reason, okay?
Stick together.
Not even about sticking together. That's in the reason as well.
Okay,
Don't
cool.
get me wrong. That it goes to that. Reason one, it is easy when you're a non-American in America to get a
Loan.
low interest loan, okay? Not only that, when you're a non-American and you're an immigrant, you
Yeah.
come over here, you also get paid to go to school. While you're going to school, you also receive separate stipends that we don't, okay? Those are two things right there in itself, okay? Secondly, thirdly, we're going to go into sticking together. You understand me?
Right.
Our community is so big on proving I'm an adult or trying to say that I want my child to blow up by the bootstraps and be on their own. So many of us put our children out as soon as they graduate high school. You understand me?
Okay.
That's a known thing. Or just as soon as, even if they didn't graduate high school, you hit 18, out my house. You're not going to be in my house doing what you want, doing X, Y, and Z. So no. What we need to do is go back to a family stuck together, okay? And the whole family stay in one household, okay? Pay bills together, pull their money together, and then allow their credit to get good.
Oh my
You understand?
goodness.
Allow your credit to get
They're
good.
asking for a miracle.
That's not a miracle.
That's
It's not a
wishful
miracle.
thinking.
It's not wishful thinking
That's
because other
wishful
communities
thinking.
do it. Other communities do
That-
They
it.
do.
We're not
They
talking
do.
about other communities
why,
right now.
but you wanna
We're
know-
talking
the
about
question-
people of color, right?
But this
now,
is my
just let me
question.
just
He
slow
asked
down,
me.
lady. Just slow down,
I'm
right?
gonna slow down.
No, seriously, right?
Go ahead.
And I'm gonna start back in slavery days. You was taught, our ancestors was taught to hate each other.
Of course.
And right, and there's one word that you're gonna hear me use a lot: generational trauma, right?
Yes.
That
We
this is
suffer from
passed
that.
on, right? If we go out right now to any ghetto,
Okay.
look, I grew up in South Jamaica. I came
did I.
through the 40 projects one day. Dude asked me, "Where you from?" He 18 years old. I might have been 50 at the time.
Right.
I said,
Okay.
"Where I'm from?" He said, "Yeah. Fuck you doing down here?" I looked at him and I said, "Well, do me a favor.
What?
Before you act crazy, call your father or your mother or even your grandparents. Tell them you down here getting ready to fuck TA up."
And Seattle.
And the young man did it. He called his dad. "Yo, Dad, I'm getting ready to wild out on this dude named TA." It wasn't 30 seconds later. His father was flying out the building. "Yo, TA, slow down. That's my son. I mean your child, no
Right.
harm.
Right. Yeah. was
I
gonna say.
mean no child." Listen to me, man. I did some shit in my life, right? And I'm talking about 125.25. Not once or twice, but a few times,
Right.
right?
What are we doing? Confession now?
No, this
Or we
ain't
gonna
no
get to it?
confession.
Right.
This is something that I got convicted for, so I can talk about it because I done beat
It's
it,
already
right?
done.
Right.
I done beat it, right?
Yeah, but that
But
wasn't
let
the
me
question.
say this.
Go ahead, say it.
I've
I know
never
it.
harmed someone outside of my own color.
And that's the problem.
I've
And that,
never
but
harmed no one
back to
outside
what I'm saying.
of my own
Right.
color.
Scared?
You know
No,
why? Because
it
we're
goes
programmed
back
for self-hate. We
to
have self-hate.
self-hate.
And that's why we
Self-hate.
can't
Self-hate.
unite and get
That's
stores
why.
and all
And
that.
no, that's exactly why. You know why?
Okay,
Because
okay.
we're so busy competing. We look at it as a badge of honor to say, "Oh, I've been on my own since I was 15. I've been on my own since I was 18." But that's why you don't have anything but a bunch of shoes and pocketbooks if you're a female.
You know what?
So
You understand where I'm
nobody-
coming
so
from?
nobody-
Just to
And
touch
we
on
make
the law
fun.
real
we
quick.
So-
tend to make fun.
Just to touch on the law real quick. In 1986, Bernard Getz shot 5 black youth.
Yes.
on the
So-
train.
And that's what so they give you 6 months for each
On
bullet.
on the train, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the people was outraged. Oh, da da da. He got about a year in jail for it, right?
And then they added the time with the bullets, or whatever.
You know,
Yeah.
and
So
then
they
there
changed
was
the
a
laws.
black guy in 1989 who was defending his business, and he shot some youth, right? I
What
think
happened?
one of them was white and two of them was black. He got 5 years in prison. Same exact shit. Same exact shit. Right? It's a double
So that's
standard. It's
the
a
right. It's
double
called prejudice. It's
standard.
called racial prejudice.
You
Come
know,
on,
but no. This goes
That's
to
not
the
it.
law, though.
Okay.
This goes to
How
the
the
law.
laws apply
that
to
how
dark and
can
brown.
it protect you, but it don't protect me?
Right.
You know why? So
Institutional
when it comes
prejudice.
to that, we don't educate ourselves in the correct ways when it comes to that. You
And
understand
just
me?
what do you mean by that?
What I mean by that is this right here. We look at it, we put everything to be simple, black and white. And on that case there, I know what you're talking about. No, Bernard Gass should not have gotten less time than that man right there, but Bernard Gass knew how to use the laws to his advantage. The fact that he had been robbed multiple times on the train already in the past.
But that
That-
had nothing
So
to
he
do
But
just
but
picks up a
These
gun.
kids
but
didn't do
but
nothing
that's,
to him.
But that right, exactly. They approached him, but he used being
That excuse.
Exactly.
That he'd been previously
post-traumatic stress syndrome.
Oh, okay. I
He
know
pleaded
you know.
that they used
Who
post-traumatic.
did that?
You seen Burns?
His lawyer name was
lawyers.
Barry Slotnick.
Okay.
His daughter is white privilege. White privilege.
Right, but we
There's
can't.
two
but we
different
can't excuse,
laws in this
and I
country.
agree. I agree with that part, but we
Two
can't
different
excuse the fact
application
that this
of law.
man was robbed more than once already on
Right.
the train. We
So
can't
what
excuse-
about
he-
the time
No,
I got robbed?
No, I'm gonna
and
tell
the
you something.
motherfucker made me
Listen.
sit on the
No,
sidewalk.
but my point is this right here.
Oh, that don't count?
No.
Oh, that don't count?
It don't count.
Yeah, the
It don't
time I
count.
got robbed.
It don't count when I got shot in my head, and
Of
they'll
course
arrest
it
my son.
counts.
They'll arrest my son for what, going past the stop
Of
sign.
course
and
it counts.
exactly. But it's apples and oranges.
But
on
don't
that
tell
basis.
me about
But I'm
Bernard
not
Getz
saying it
got
doesn't
robbed
count.
all
I'm not
these other
saying that.
times.
No,
That's
you
not
know
what
what
I'm
the
saying.
difference. You know
What
what the
I'm
difference
saying
is. Here go the difference.
He knew how to make the law work
Right.
for him. That same
So,
store
our
owner
people
should
don't.
have used. Because he probably has been robbed. I'm sure that was
Right.
not the first time that store owner was robbed. He needed to, but he wasn't aware that he could do that because in our community we feel like keep your business to yourself. Don't talk to other people. You understand me? Because we're all competing
Okay.
with each other instead of working together. Had he spoke with other people, you understand me?
How many people you think in our communities know about different defenses and stuff like that?
More than you would think.
Especially DWI.
More than you would think, because guess what?
What?
Everybody in our community,
Yeah.
be it themselves, a relative, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a neighbor, got somebody
Right,
that
in
done
prison.
been locked up or is currently in prison.
Right.
So if we spoke openly, instead of thinking that I'm gonna be judged, I'm gonna be labeled, I want to think people to think not a certain way of me, we would speak to each other and get information. You have
Well, out of
information to
those
share.
people-
If somebody sat down and spoke
Right.
to you, my child just got locked up, XYZ, they never been in trouble before.
I got a
That's what
fountain
they
of
do.
knowledge
and
for
they
him.
have
Right.
the wrong date. They had no probable cause to search them.
Exactly.
If they spoke to you about that, you would
Right.
sit there and share that knowledge.
Yes, I
But
would.
guess
That's what I'm
Your
doing
neighbor,
here.
but
Here,
your-
yeah.
exactly. But your neighbor may feel like I don't think my kid's a criminal or think bad of my kids or judge me as a bad parent. So I'm gonna keep my business to myself.
Well, hold on, wait a
You
minute.
understand where I'm coming from?
What am I
understand
supposed
that.
to think when I see the police car pull up and lock his little ass up and take him away? I
But-
already know.
You already know what?
Right, an assumption,
That-
and that's what they're afraid of.
Right,
We assume
exactly.
and we judge each other. We tend to
Okay.
speak on people's downfalls and not celebrate their greatness.
You know what that's called?
And
You understand
you're,
me?
and you're
If- if
100% right
David
in that
and Michael,
statement.
I'll put it this way: Shakim and let's say Shamal, right?
Okay.
They've been in school they're the same age, right? Now Shamal gets locked up, right? He's about to go away. They gonna give
Sorry to
him.
hear that.
Oh, I don't even know these people. These are fictional characters.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm giving an example though.
All right.
He's about to go to jail. They gonna give him a huge going away party. Da, 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 da. You know that happens in the hood all the time.
So that makes it fashionable.
Now, no, it's not. But guess what? Now that's Shamal.
Mhm.
Now his friend Dave, Rakim, whoever, same age, went to school together. He's about to go to college. And
That's
they
what I'm
think he
talking
better than us. fuck that nigga.
And then people get
He
mad
think
at
he
that.
better
You're
than
right.
us. Am I wrong?
No, you're
So
dead
we
right.
sit
You're
there
dead
and
right.
celebrate that and make the one who's trying to do something different feel bad about themselves.
Right.
So you
Making
have a lot
progress.
of people pretending to be gangsters. That's not.
You're
Facts.
absolutely
Facts.
right
That's
there.
right.
But this is what we got going on, right? And I'm speaking from when I was younger, right? That when we identified the kid who wasn't doing wrong, we encouraged him to do right. We encouraged him, right? Now today, you got all this sucker shit going on, this gang shit and all that dumb shit, right? They are trying to recruit our youth.
Oh, actively,
Anybody
strongly.
who is older than somebody has an obligation. And I'd say that word again. You got an obligation to put that young man or
On the right
woman
path.
on the right
track.
path, man.
Right.
But see, first of all, we no longer have communities. Okay? Years ago, there was communities.
No, there was villages.
Okay,
That
that's
was
a better,
the community.
A better term, but you get one, and I agree. Okay,
Right.
that's a better term. I agree because there's a village to raise a family.
Right.
Yes,
Right.
and raise a child.
Okay.
But the neighbor, first of all, certain things you wouldn't do in your neighborhood.
You're absolutely right.
You understand
You're
me?
absolutely
You
right.
could-
Did
you
you
could
watch
be-
that other podcast? How you? Wait,
No, I missed it. I'm so sorry. I
That's
missed
okay.
it.
what we
but
said.
you're absolutely
Oh,
Well,
right.
I'm being
Yeah.
honest with you. You
Right.
could tell people's children right from wrong. If I saw your child acting out of order, first of all, if that child saw anybody from their neighborhood, I don't care what they was doing. And I'm not talking about just little kids. I'm talking about you could be 21, 22, 23,
Okay.
let alone the 5-year-olds. Oh, that's Miss Sally. You know she's gonna tell my mama, let me chill out.
Right.
You understand?
But
We don't
you know
have
what
that
that
now.
was,
Because Miss Sally
Ladybug?
could check you. Miss Sally could whoop your behind.
Ladybug.
Tell you, then let your parents know. And first of all, you hope after she smacked you, you hope that she didn't tell your parents.
Listen to me.
Because your parents gonna whoop your behind
You
too.
know what that was?
Right.
That was
But not no more.
respecting your parents.
It wasn't just that. It was
That
parents.
no. That
It
when
was
you came out your
community.
house, you respected your family name, your mother and father. And Miss Sally was a guardian, Miss Brown,
Everybody.
Miss Scott,
Everybody.
and so forth and so on.
Everybody.
You respected your family, man.
But you know what? It goes deeper than that.
Now
You
you,
know, I'm gonna tell you why it goes
now
deeper than
you
that, 'cause
got
it's not
brother
about- it's
against
not
brother.
Because it's not about just respecting your family. It's about
What else is
you
about?
had a sense of self-respect. These children don't
Well, where
have
did that come
self-respect.
from? Where did that come from?
Well, you wouldn't even let me get my point across.
Yeah.
Tell me where it came from.
No, William. Now listen, I'm gonna tell you where it comes from. Okay,
Excuse
we
me.
at that time you had self-respect. Okay, we don't have that now. We have it's cool to be a drug addict now.
No, it's
You
not.
keep
No, look,
saying that.
I keep
Oh, no,
saying it
because it's based
because
on the music,
they-
right?
they
No, it's
continue-
not.
no,
And
no, no,
don't
no.
believe
I'm
none of
not
that
saying-
shit she's
wait.
saying.
No.
Don't believe none of that
You're
shit
trying-
she's saying.
You
No.
know that you're taking it out of context.
No, I'm
You know
not
that.
taking
Yes,
it
you
out
are.
of
Can I tell you why I say
context.
that? Because these children are bragging about being drug
Because
addicts.
they're going to believe that
But-
shit you're
No,
saying
that's what-
about it's cool.
If you
It
don't-
is
It's
not,
in the music,
man.
If
though.
you're not-
But that's
no,
in the
listen,
music.
listen.
That's
If
what.
you're cutting
I
me
don't.
off
I
and
don't
not
care
allow-
what's
if you're
in the
not-
music.
if you're not
Hey,
allowing
listen to me,
to-
man.
if you're not
Listen
allowing
to
me
me.
to
Hold
express
on,
the
baby.
thought,
Hold on.
you're-
Hold on.
Absolutely.
Same way I gave you respect on
I'm
your
doing.
show, please do
I'm
the
doing
same,
that,
right?
absolutely.
Okay, thank you. Listen to me, man. This about telling the truth, man, right? I don't care what the music say. I don't care what your man say. You got two things they can never take from you. Chance and choice, man. That if you make a bad choice today, you get a second chance to straighten that shit out
I agree.
tomorrow, man,
I agree.
right? It is not, listen, man.
It depends.
We ain't
Not always, but
trying.
sometimes you're
We
down.
are not trying to repeat the cycle. We're trying to break the cycle.
I agree.
This
And
is what
is-
I'm saying to y'all. Y'all are kings and queens, man. Start
Spread the
acting
word.
like
Spread
it,
the
man.
word.
Start
That's right.
acting like it, man.
That's
Stop
targets.
acting like savages in the pursuit of happiness, man. Please, sis, that I respect everything you said. You're quite knowledgeable, but I do not agree when you say it's fashionable
No,
to
no, no,
be
but
a
this is the
drug
thing.
dealer.
No, I didn't say a drug dealer. That's my point. You're not allowing me to
No,
She
that's
didn't.
No, no,
She
no.
didn't say that.
But that's like I give you respect.
She said
And I don't
drug
cut you off.
addict.
I'm actually,
Rewind.
I didn't say a drug dealer. I didn't say
She
a
said
drug dealer.
addict, not
and
dealer.
this is what I'm stating. And you asked me when I said we had self-respect then. That was what I stated. And when I stated
Right.
that, you then said, well, what about that has changed, right?
Mhm.
Am I correct?
Go ahead
So
and
once you
listen.
said that, and I said that, this was my following statement. I said we had self-respect then. Self-respect. Respect for self.
And that's what I asked you,
But
where
let
did
me
that come
express
from?
it.
Yeah, give me a second.
Right.
Who
And then
taught
you
you
said,
that?
where did that come from?
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
And when I said, where did that come from? And then I gave an example, okay? Without, you didn't let me finish. And when I stated it is cool now to be a drug addict, I'm not saying, oh, I believe that it's cool to be a drug addict. I'm saying that's where the level of self-respect has changed. Okay? Because drug addicts is not new. That's not something that just happened. People did not advertise it. People was ashamed of it. It was a secret. People they tried to hide it. You understand me?
Mhm.
They didn't put it on the forefront. They didn't brag about it. It wasn't bragging.
Where's it
You
not
know,
on the forefront now?
But now-
Where's
look.
the,
But
where's
see,
the
let me.
hold
I
on,
just-
G, let us
you
finish.
won't let me express. That's
Yeah.
not fair.
No, it is, but
is
of
fair to
course
not
I
let me express.
disagree with certain things you say.
But you
So
didn't give her a
what am
chance
I
to finish.
supposed to do? Just sit here and let you go on and on and on?
You supposed
During
to.
her term, yeah.
We're allowed to have different opinions and different outlooks.
Of course we are.
Right, but
And plus,
you won't-
I'm allowed to voice my opinion.
You are absolutely. I agree with you.
You know,
I totally agree
I'm not
with
gonna let you just sit here and go on and on
Okay,
and
this is
on
my
with something
question.
that
This
I
is my
don't
question.
agree
I have
with.
a question.
what's
I
Oh,
your-
have
you
a
have
question.
one? Okay.
I absolutely have a question.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Okay. Let's say 1987. That was pretty much the height of the crack era, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did people brag about I'm a crackhead?
Of course not.
They ain't have
Okay.
to brag.
No.
You saw it.
Some people left their communities and were crackheads. Everybody didn't stay in their community and be a crackhead. I mean, that didn't change them from being one.
Okay.
But some did stay in there, but a lot of people still tried to cover it up until their habit got so high that they could no longer mask it. But people did attempt to cover it up. You have people now bragging about the drugs they use. You have rappers saying,
Who is it?
yo, I don't want to call people names,
No,
but
no,
everybody
not a
will
name,
know
not a
the,
name. What's the you said
the
what?
state.
Rap?
You have rappers,
Oh, rappers.
having lyrics stating your stash money couldn't cover my drug bill. That is bragging. It's not right. It's not okay, but it's the truth. That's a level of a loss of self-respect.
Okay, now what age group?
Am I wrong? And
What age group is
that music
interested in that music?
You have 25 and under into that music, and that's the age
And that's
group that
my
they're killing.
brother's age group that he's talking about, 13 and 25.
Right, that's my children's
So you're
age
talking
group.
about the
I have a
same people.
25-year-old, a 21-year-old,
Okay.
and my youngest to be 17 in 2 weeks.
Okay.
You understand me? So
Right.
this is things that I actively hear because I have children of that age.
So
Okay,
let
so-
me
Okay.
ask you.
And
Right.
my children, and
Hold
my
on,
oldest.
Right.
hold on.
Right.
So the person that smokes blunt after blunt after blunt, that's okay?
Yeah, I ain't never said
But
no
where
No,
shit
did-
like
hold
but
that.
where
on,
did that come
hold on.
from?
And drugs is drugs, man.
Right.
Drugs is drugs.
Okay.
They
Drugs
call
is drugs.
They call
Hold on.
marijuana
Is
the
it all
gateway
right?
drug. I never said that.
No one said that here, so I don't know where
All
that's
right,
coming
so now you want to talk about the crackhead from the 80s,
from.
right?
No, I was making an
That
example.
you made an
said-
example
'cause you want to
of
know where the self-
1987.
Yeah, because
Right,
you
she
need to
called it
think
the height of the crack
steady-
era.
All
That
right.
pretty much is like
So
around the height
what
of
about the
crack.
height of the dope
When
game
they was locking
when you
us
had
up.
dope fiends on the corner? Nah, now.
Yes, you have
Right.
that, but I'm not saying you didn't. I'm giving an example of self-respect. People tried to cover their habit as long as they could. People lied about their habit. People made up excuses. People now will say that they are using drugs that they're not even using because that's how they get accepted.
Oh.
I disagree.
Oh.
I know this to be a fact.
Oh.
I disagree.
Right.
I mean, and you're
Right.
allowed to disagree, but I know this to
so
be a
you
fact.
are telling us, right? That
Mhm.
people saying they popping perks or whatever,
Hell yeah, that's not
Right.
yeah.
just
yes.
so they're accepted in a
yes.
certain circle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It sounds like
Yes.
that person is mentally retarded.
No.
It's
No.
it's a
That's-
possibility because part of
People
mental
do.
health, excuse me, one
Mhm.
just second.
Absolutely.
Mental health does affect all that. It
Mhm.
plays a role in that,
It does.
you know.
Mhm.
So it's I want to be down.
Mhm.
I want to
Mhm.
be down.
Mhm.
You know, everybody's doing this. I'm gonna say I'm
Mhm.
gonna do it. Matter of fact, let me try that.
Exactly.
You know
so
what I'm saying?
what
Just like
So
so
people
just
do that.
what do you do when you put to the test to use it?
They will do it. They will do it. That's exactly what will happen. They will do it.
So they doing it. They not just saying that.
It's called
they
peer
doing it.
It's
pressure,
both.
man.
Peer pressure is
You-
not
you-
something
you
new.
work
And we
with
know
these
this isn't
Oh, it's
something
not
new.
called-
mental illness?
No,
And part of
wait,
that
wait,
too,
time
yes.
out,
Hold
time
on,
out,
Could
time
be,
out.
yes.
Tim, I have a question.
Yeah,
No, and I'm going to cut you off like you cut me off.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay,
too. That's
now
cool.
mental illness, are you crazy? The majority of our youth right now is all suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder. Think about it. Everybody got PTSD. At this rate right here, you know how many youth are being killed, not just only ones by the cops. How many kids are killing
Killing
each other?
Each other.
It is not normal. It is not normal to be 16 years old and have more than 10 people that you know, close friends, that not just you heard on the news or you saw on the news. People that went to school with you, went to school with them. You ate at their table, they ate at your table, that have been murdered.
I said that
That's
same,
what-
that's
I
the
said that
regular way
same
I
thing.
live.
Right.
So
3
how
weeks
can you
ago.
not have
So they're not
PTSD?
I
Same
said
thing.
that
How can you
same
not?
thing
Right.
3 weeks ago.
And nobody's
that
being
they have
diagnosed.
become so desensitized
They are.
that they think it's normal. A 8-year-old kid think
Right.
it's normal to see a dead body.
Exactly.
They have become desensitized.
So how do they
right?
not have mental disorders? How do they not? It's impossible.
Listen.
Called undiagnosed. mental
Exactly.
Listen.
Exactly.
This
Exactly.
starts. Let me tell you
What?
something. It starts in the household, man.
A lot of households is
It
fucked up.
I was
starts
getting
in
ready
the
to say.
household,
A lot
man.
of-
Okay.
Okay,
And I
alright.
don't disagree.
You
I
know,
don't
it
disagree.
starts in the, it's what you put into your child, that's what you're going to get, man.
And a lot of parents, and a lot of these parents,
Tried to buy their children.
no.
Tried
no,
to
no,
be
I
their
agree. No,
children's
I agree.
friend.
I agree with
Tried
that.
to be their children's friend.
I agree with
Right,
that.
that's-
But a
that's-
lot of
that's-
these,
yeah.
a lot of these parents, you have to realize that same generation that I just spoke about with the crack era. A lot of these children's parents,
They're crack
well,
babies.
the kids that were the crack babies.
Right.
Did you
Didn't I
forget
say that before?
But are we
Crack
forgetting that?
babies. We
Or
are
even-
dealing
and
with
the
the
ones-
crack babies
And the
of
ones
the
that
crack
were not, and the
babies,
ones that were not
right.
the crack babies, that they was that whatever. Either way, they still had parents that were locked up in jail, or parents on drugs or wherever on the street,
Then
and they were
was
raised
in the
by
system.
they was raised in the system, or if they
Homeless
grandparents, homeless, or a lot of them. Remember, we also come from the era of latchkey kids. Okay, so a lot
what
of these
kids?
latchkey kids, you know that term, latchkey kids.
Right.
In the 80s, a lot of kids were latchkey kids. You got your key around your neck, you know, to go home. Don't let nobody in when they knock on the door. Sit there and watch TV, while your parent was at work or whatever else. You know that was normal. That was the normal
Right.
thing. You understand? Because parents had to work and provide. And people couldn't afford babysitters and daycare, XYZ. So you came home, you unlocked the door, you ate tea, you ate some cereal, watched some TV. Somebody knock on the door, don't answer it.
Right.
Don't pick up the phone. You know this. Like this is what
was
it was.
instilled
So
into
these
you.
kids,
Yeah.
the parents
That's
weren't
what
raised.
they did in the 80s.
See, you playing a game.
No,
I
no.
forgot you was away. I
No,
forgot.
no,
You're right. No,
I'm
you're right.
dead serious.
I forgot.
That's
I
what they
forgot
did
that you
in
was
the
away.
80s.
Yes, that was done in the 80s.
Oh, I had no idea that's what it was. You know, I thought it was
What's what?
just kids raising kids. Kids raising kids.
That whirling around. That right there took place as well. But at the
You
same
know,
time,
like-
either way, whether it's the kids raising kids, whether it's the kids being raised by grandparents that had already raised their own children, or be it the children that was raised in the foster care system because they were taken away from their parents.
Right.
So a lot of those foster care system kids, those people wanted to check. Either way, the kids that we're dealing with now, a lot of them their parents were never equipped with the skills to raise a child.
Right.
You understand me? And a lot of people have had children based on they didn't have love. Okay? They didn't feel love. They didn't have a parent to be there, so forth. Or even if they had parents that was there, they weren't there the way that they needed them to be there because they had to provide. You understand me?
Right.
Either way, you have a lot of people who had a child saying, if I have this baby, I'm going to have somebody to love me. Somebody that's going to always be there. So a lot of them did mess up and decide to try to be best friends with their kids, and it turned out wrong. But in every case, it wasn't done maliciously. It was lack of knowledge. You understand me? And lack of support.
On
So
the parents' part.
Exactly. Because if I've never received love myself, and all I wanted
How
was
would I know
somebody
how
to
to
be
give it to you?
to love me. So to me, I want to do everything that I never had. So
Okay.
I want to give my child all the love I can. I'm going to give my child everything if they ask for it because X, Y, Z. Whichever way. And it turned out fucked up. Let's be for real, for lack of a better way to say it.
What do you mean fucked up? It turned
Okay.
out, the relationship
Okay.
turned out fucked
No.
up?
the whole society as a whole. See what we're looking at?
Right.
Okay, you have parents competing with their kids, not just that's the whole friend thing. Okay, because as a parent, you have to have a level of friendship. I didn't say be the child's best friend. Didn't say you and that child are equals. That's not what I'm saying. A level of friendship has to be there, or you're not going to know what's going on in that child's life. The child's not going to talk to you. You understand me? So you're not going to know. That child's going to learn and ask questions from another peer that don't know shit like they don't know shit. It's the truth.
Let's stop.
You understand?
Let's stop.
Am I wrong?
No.
I didn't say be the
dead
equal.
wrong. You're dead
okay.
wrong.
Okay.
You're dead wrong.
So you let me know. So
You're
enlighten
dead
me.
wrong.
I'm willing to be wrong and
because
enlighten
I
me.
got a child, right? I'm not his friend. I'm his father.
Okay.
He respects me as his father, not his friend.
Okay.
That if you have a child and you're trying to be his friend, you are setting him up for failure.
Okay.
I think, ain't that basically what she's saying?
But he's
No,
not.
it's not.
He's looking for things.
Listen to what she said.
did.
You have to be your child's friend
not what I
to a
said.
certain degree.
I said you have to have a level of friendship.
A level of friendship
Can I
with
explain
your
something?
child.
Can I explain something to you?
Yes.
At some
Okay.
point,
With
yeah.
your
No,
child.
let me speak. Let me speak, okay?
Yeah.
I've been letting you do a lot of speaking
I think you cut me off every time. You find
because
something
you
that
said
that's
something that I don't agree
not, okay,
with.
and we don't have to
Well,
agree
you
on
gotta
everything.
wait till
I'm
your
not sitting
turn,
here
man.
trying to say for us to agree.
Look,
That's
hold
what I'm
on,
saying.
hold
I'm
on,
gonna give you my point of view.
stop. Let's go to a topic of law, man.
No.
No.
See,
No.
that's not fair. You don't wanna let- why? Because you're sure that I may
Let's
have
go
a
to
point?
a topic of law.
What
You ain't
topic?
got no point.
But
What
I do have a
topic?
You ain't
point.
got
I do
no
have a
point.
point. I do
You
have
ain't
a
got
point.
no
everybody
point.
How are you gonna
You
tell
ain't
me
got no
what
point.
human being doesn't have a
Listen,
point?
that shit you saying?
Well, no, and I have a fact to back it up. I have a fact to back it up.
you
My
don't.
own, yes.
No, you don't.
Okay.
How
You
you-
just
Why
said
don't
the
you
most.
why don't you
Why
use
don't
your
I?
turn?
What?
Show it to me. Show it to me.
I can show you my point. I can give you
Sure.
my point. I can give you my point, okay? My firstborn child, 25 years old. You
Yeah,
understand
go
me?
Yeah.
My child is college double major, marketing psychology. Do I have a level of friendship with my child? Yes, I do. Am I his best friend? Do we party together? No, we do not. Do
Okay.
he discuss his sex life with me? No, he does
Does
not.
does he
But
respect you as a mother?
Yes, my son does. Once
Okay.
my son's
All
away
right.
at college,
Okay.
my son's away
All
at
right.
college on campus,
All
living
right.
on campus.
Okay.
He goes somewhere. He's on campus.
All
He
right.
lives. He lives in his dorm room. He calls me. I know where he's going. I
That's
know what
good.
party he's at.
Yeah.
He gets back. I know what's going on.
That's
You understand? That is a level
It
of
sounds
communication.
like you're a good mother.
But you said that I shouldn't do that. That's
It
the wrong
sound-
thing.
No, it sounds like you're a good mother.
I do the best that I can.
To me, it sounds like you're a
And
good
thank you.
mother.
I appreciate that. And that's my point
That's
when
what
I say
I'm
a level.
saying.
Right, but you told
There's
me I didn't
not
have
a
point.
level of friendship.
There
It's
is
a
a
level
level-
of motherhood.
But my child knows that he can speak with me, that he can be honest with me if something happens.
Most
If you're-
children who
most
have
children
parents
don't.
who have parents
children
that
don't.
they respect as mothers and fathers, no, I can go to my mother and father and
bullshit.
talk. No, that's bullshit.
That's
you're
bullshit. I
talking.
know plenty of
That's
kids that
bullshit
come
you're
that
talking.
come
Hold
to
on,
me
hold
and
on,
express me that they would not come to their parents
That's
and
bullshit
talk
you
about
talking.
and receive
No,
help and
because
guidance.
this here is what they say to you.
It's not what
I
they
wish
say.
you was my mother.
That's not what they say to me.
Okay,
That's not
okay,
that. That's not what
okay.
they say to me.
All right.
That,
Well,
that is not.
look,
I
look.
mean, and
Excuse
we-
me,
Look.
ladies and gentlemen. Excuse me 1 second.
Absolutely.
What is the topic of law that you want to talk
Yes,
about?
I
Okay, so
agree.
what is this, parenting class now?
Absolutely.
That's part of the law, bro.
Okay, that's what I
There's
said.
something called family court law.
It is.
It is.
Juvenile
There's
law.
something
It
called
is.
family
So that's
court
why I
law.
asked you, what's the
and
topic?
it doesn't have to deal with a juvenile, right?
Go ahead. That's
It
the
really
topic, I
doesn't,
guess.
right?
Uh-huh.
But look, let's be quite honest with what we talk about, man.
Okay.
You know, that's all we can give to people is the truth.
Exactly.
And I said to you earlier that we can disagree without being
Exactly.
disagreeable.
I agree.
I'm quite passionate about
So am
what
I.
I said.
So am I.
And I see you
I
are
stand
too.
on anything I
And I
say.
stand on what I say.
I agree. And
You
I'll
know,
always have
that
facts
I
to back
came
up
here-
my points of view.
Right? That we here not just to teach but to educate.
Yes.
You
Okay.
know,
And to learn from each other as
the
well.
same youth that we're debating about now on
Mm-hmm.
how they went wrong and everything, right? That we have to educate and teach them. See, because we went through some of the same problems that they
Absolutely.
went through, right? And we overcame it. You
Not
remember,
all of us.
You remember I told you that I had 50 years in prison.
Right.
And I'm here.
You said
I
light.
got a lot of time behind me and a little bit left in front of me.
Right.
I'm trying to give all the knowledge away that I can. Whether a person accepts it or not, that's on them.
I agree.
But I'm going to definitely give it away. And when someone says something that I don't agree with, just like if I say something that you don't agree with,
Right.
then I look forward to you saying, TA, that's bullshit.
And I will.
You know, I want you to do that.
I will.
That's
But
what
what's
I
the
want
topic
you
you
to
wanted
do.
to go to?
You know, this here ain't about you, bro. Cause
No,
you,
I'm just
cause
asking
you
you a
ain't
question.
feeling well tonight. So
Well, I
be
wanna
quiet
hear.
and wait till I tell you to look something up. That's what you said. You're not
Yeah.
feeling well.
Ooh.
So act like it.
Be
Don't
quiet.
worry. I got enough energy for us. Both,
That's
okay?
right. That's cool.
I got enough. Listen,
That's
that's
cool.
why we both in black.
That's
okay?
cool.
That's-
See,
You got me. You got me.
Exactly.
You got me.
Listen to
All
me.
right, we on.
Listen to
Okay,
me.
go ahead. Go ahead,
Say
man.
what you mean and mean what you say,
I
man.
do it
And
all
I
the
do.
time.
No, you don't.
So I want to know what
Well, I
topic
do.
you go
I
to.
do.
Whichever topic you raise.
no,
No,
was
you
on you.
said you was raising
Right.
it.
Let,
So stand on what you say.
let's talk about 120.
Go ahead.
What's
Assault?
120?
Assault?
Come on, what's 120?
120 of the New York Penal Code?
Yes.
It's assault, I believe.
Okay, let's
All
talk
right,
about
so what
assault then.
Okay, what constitutes assault?
What constitutes?
What?
You putting your hands on somebody.
Okay.
You putting your hands
And what is
on
battering?
somebody.
That's
Battering
a
is
part of
assault.
assault.
That's part of
But
assault.
but they have two separate charges for it. That's why I'm trying to learn because
Oh,
I don't
all right.
know.
Which
You
type of
understand me?
battering are you talking
I know
about?
that you can be charged with assault and battery, right?
Right.
And isn't one of them a form of where you could also be assaulted verbally and not
Verbally,
physically?
yes.
So that's what I'm trying
Yes.
to learn. Enlighten me on the
Yes.
difference between.
Okay, the
so,
difference
Like the
Right.
population.
The
Thank you,
difference
right.
is
I'm trying to learn.
the
Okay.
difference is that if I sit here and I say a bunch of degrading stuff to you, right? That's battery.
Right.
That's called battery.
Right.
Now, if I say a bunch of degrading stuff to you and put my hands
That's
on you,
assault.
that's
That's
assault
Yes.
and battery.
Right.
Right? There's
Exactly.
different
And a lot of
degrees.
people don't
right?
know that. That's
a lot
why-
of people don't
Exactly.
know, and that's what we're here to do is tell them, right?
And I
you
want to
know,
learn.
and it's different degrees, right?
Mhm.
First degree, second degree, third degree. But within each one of those degrees, you have
The
subsections.
Okay.
You have what's called subsections.
Mhm.
So you could be charged with, let's say, battery, right?
Mhm.
In the second degree.
Okay.
But don't none of the
I'm sorry, my
subsections.
block
That's
is
all right.
partner.
But don't none of the subsections apply to what you're charged with.
Right.
So now,
Are those
man,
the elements?
the hell with that. Let's get rid of the charge now.
Right.
Now the charge has to, I'm gonna use the word de-escalate. It gotta go down, right?
Right.
You know. So, but if you don't know this, right, then you will be convicted for what you're initially charged
Exactly.
with, right?
Right.
And all I'm here to tell you and the rest of the world, most lawyers let
Don't
that
even
shit
know.
go.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
They let that shit
Simplify,
go.
exactly.
And that's why it's so important that you know the law.
And why it's important to communicate with people when you don't know the law, so that way you can get some help.
How about, let me do this right
Okay.
quick. Let me
All
do
right,
this. I
that's
got it
cool.
pulled
Speak
up.
up, be honest, right.
Of course, now this just happened to me and him
Okay.
2 weeks ago. We sitting up in the park.
Mhm.
We having a great time.
Right. As
A
you
young,
should.
a young man pulled up and he just started talking. Yo, I got a case, da da da, and we was able to help him. do
Right,
that
right there on the spot.
And that's important.
telling
Yeah.
him. And see, but what's going on in this day and time? Everybody don't have communication skills.
Or comprehension.
Well, they both go hand in hand,
But
so
a
you
lot,
can't have
but,
one without the
but
other.
that needs to be expressed because
know.
me speaking is communication. But if I'm not comprehending, it's useless.
But
you can
that's
talk all
why-
day. If somebody doesn't have any comprehension,
But
it's
that's
bad.
why when you talk with people, right,
Mhm.
you trying to make understanding understood. So now we got common ground.
Exactly.
Now we right here. We are
Right.
right here because you understand what I'm
No, I
saying,
totally
and
get
I
it.
understand
I
what
totally
you're
get it.
saying, right?
I
And
totally
that
get it.
only comes through communication, right?
Exactly.
You know, like I've ran across people. Da. Calm down, bro. Let's
Right.
talk, man.
Exactly.
And it's through talking. See, that's why we listen more
It's
than
part
we
of
talk.
talking is listening.
Oh,
Right.
you know that.
You got,
That's why you
no,
got two
I
ears
was
and
just
one.
wondering that about you.
Because every time I try to speak, you're like,
She
"Oh,
got-
No,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you're trying to overtalk.
You sure about that?
Yeah, I'm positive.
You're not the one who
What
talked to
you-
me?
No, I would never do that.
I just
to
want.
you.
I just want
Would
clarification.
you do it to
never
me?
do that.
Would you do it to me?
All night long.
And he
I
does
would
it to
do
me.
you.
But
Okay.
it's okay because
Okay.
I'm your rep
I would
tonight.
do it.
Okay.
I'm standing in for
bet,
you.
bet.
So that's
That's
why
right.
he's
Look,
doing this.
so
That's
I
right.
respect it. I'm not mad.
Wait, hold
I
on.
know the role I
Hold
took.
on,
Yeah.
see. How did you get him to say something if you his rep? I'm talking.
Because
to
I'm
you.
his rep. If I'm
So-
his rep, him
Oh,
and I gotta
pull
have
the string
communication.
for me. Pull the string
No,
for me. Pull
communication.
the string.
Communication and comprehension.
Oh.
If I'm
That's what
representing
y'all
him,
got
I
going
need
on?
to know what it
That's
is
what
he
y'all
needs
got
communicating.
going on?
But let's go back to the
Absolutely.
law. Go back to the
all
law.
right, okay.
Do you want me to read what assault is?
Yes, I really do.
I was waiting for you
Thank
to shut
you.
up.
I really
You gotta
do.
make it quick because he's not gonna do that for long.
No, I'm not.
No,
No, I'm not.
Hurry
No,
up,
I'm
speed
not.
it up a little.
No, I'm not.
Thank you, baby.
Okay.
Okay, so New York Consolidated Laws, excuse my voice, like I said, I wasn't feeling good. 120.00, I'm gonna give you the short version. A person is guilty of assault in the third degree when, with intent to cause physical injury to another person, he causes such injury to such person or to a third person. Or 2, he recklessly causes physical injury to another person. Or 3, with criminal negligence, he causes physical injury to another person by means of a deadly weapon or dangerous instrument.
Okay, that's assault in the first.
It's assault in the third.
In the third.
Let's see,
Okay.
I'll turn to the next one. You want to go to
All
assault in
right.
the
So
first?
now, no, let's just play with this for a minute.
Okay.
Okay.
So if, and this would never happen, right? If you
What
and
would
I
never
was
happen?
fighting, right, and I messed around and punched him in the face, right? Could I
Don't do
be
it.
charged with assault in the third? Because it said third party.
Yes,
third party, yes.
absolutely.
It said third
Absolutely.
party.
That's one of the
It's
elements.
stated it
So
right in there. That's
That-
part of it.
So that's one of the elements.
Right.
Called an element.
That if you're involved in an entanglement with someone
Well, let's not
else.
use the word entanglement because Jada got that kind of this screw.
Who? What Jay?
Jada Pinkett Smith.
I
So
love
let's
that
not use.
woman. Let me say that.
You
I
love a woman
that
that demasculates the black man.
I love that woman,
Okay.
man.
We all
Jada,
entitled-
call me
we
up,
all-
Jada.
we all
Jada,
enti-
call
yeah.
me.
We all
Law
entitled.
Library,
We all
TA.
entitled. She gonna have you on stage acting like a nut
Yeah,
too,
she
right?
ain't gonna never have me. I ain't,
She
ain't
gonna
no
bring a
woman
man in
the
your
world
house
never
and
made
sleep
me
with that
act
man
like
in
a
your
nut.
house, right?
No.
And you're gonna be okay with it.
No, I just want to
Okay.
knock
Hold on,
her
what
ass
she
off.
did? What she did?
Oh, we're not getting into
You
that.
know.
We're not getting
Oh,
into that.
yeah,
We're not getting
yeah,
into that.
all
I
right.
just like you.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Jada, call me, man. Law
She's not-
Library.
she's
What's the
not.
phone number? What's the phone
You
number?
too
Jada.
old. You too old.
The only thing
That's
about
her
me is
son's
my
friend
money,
she was
baby.
sleeping
That's
with.
all. The only
She
thing
don't want.
about
Oh,
me.
that's her child's friend. She
I
had
got something
entanglement
hard
with.
for you, and Will ain't gonna smack me.
She
I
don't
promise
want that.
you that
She don't
shit.
want that. If you're not Tupac or a little boy, she ain't interested. All right?
Yo, listen,
So
man.
let's leave that alone
Listen,
and get back to what we was talking about.
Right.
Listen, listen. The law, man, creates critical and consequential thinking. We talking about assault in the third degree,
Right.
and we need to let y'all know, and because this happens a lot on
Yeah.
Bar
a daily
fights.
basis.
Yeah.
Club
Right.
fights.
You trying to rescue
girl
somebody, a girl, her
fights,
boyfriend arguing,
all
fight.
that.
You trying to not see this girl
Right,
get beat
that.
up. You try to like stop it, and then all
And,
this happens.
and you hit somebody else, you could go
Exactly.
to jail for that.
Somebody trying to
That
break
you
up the
can
fight,
be
they get
charged
hit.
with assault
Yeah.
in the third degree.
Yes.
You know, these are just simple facts we're giving
Exactly.
here. We ain't trying to complicate this or nothing like that,
Mhm.
man. You know, so you need to be aware of what you're doing
Yes.
at all times.
Yes.
Because if you knew
need
better,
to
you
be
do better.
aware, man.
Absolutely.
You know,
Trying to
but
look up the
hey,
next
yo,
one.
it's so crazy. And this is what you see a lot, Corey.
Absolutely listening.
That you'll see two people arguing,
Mhm.
and somebody will call the police, right?
I don't even know what's going
And
on.
the police will come, and to one of the parties, the police said, "Just tell us he hit you.
Yeah, they do.
Just tell us she hit
Yeah.
you.
Because they want to get it over with. Just
Ju-
grab
it-
somebody.
Just tell us that he had a bottle in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and
That he
people
held
be
something
looking
in
at
a
the
threatening
police
manner.
like, what the hell you talking about?
They're trying to make an arrest.
The police is trying to make an
Excuse me.
arrest. That's their sole purpose. They are not there
To help
to de-escalate nothing.
Well, not all police. We not. Remember, I already expressed that to you guys.
That's what you said
I
in
am not
your
a
show.
police hater, but I'm not.
That's what
okay,
you said in
because
your
we
show.
have good and bad.
Mm.
We have good and
got
bad.
more bad than good.
I disagree.
Okay, well, that's
It's just
your
that the
opinion.
bad are so bad that it magnetizes, and that's all we see and all we hear of.
So why don't them good ones step up and talk about the bad ones?
I got a question.
Could you answer my
yes,
question?
I can. Absolutely, I
Okay,
can.
well, I'll
Absolutely,
wait.
I
I'll
can.
wait.
When you live in the projects, why don't you go report the drug dealer?
Oh, now you want to play
Because you gotta live
semantics.
there.
Now you
'Cause
want to
gotta
play
live there.
semantics.
You know how many
My
cops, good cops,
question
have been
to
set up
you-
to be killed by the bad cops?
My
It happens.
question to you was why doesn't
I answered it.
because you keep telling me about the good officers,
Yes,
right?
because yes,
and this
that's
is
right.
what I said to you, that we got more bad than
And I
good.
disagree.
And you said you disagree.
I do, and I
And
stand
then
on
my
that.
question to you was why doesn't these good officers step up and talk about these bad officers?
Call
Why?
it the wall of blue or whatever.
Because you don't want to die. Okay.
Oh, so
a
the
lot-
bad one's gonna kill the good one.
Hell fucking yeah.
Oh,
That shit
my
ain't
goodness.
new. They not gonna pull up. They're gonna go. No, they're not. Will they place them in situations where they don't have backup when they go on a certain call,
Right,
and
right.
then there's nobody there to cover them? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
they
agree
will.
with that.
So the
Will
bad
they-
outweigh the
will
good.
they- no, you said there's more. You didn't say the weight.
The bad outweighs that one good one.
That weight. The weight. You didn't say that. You said there are more bad ones than good
Well,
ones.
police is
You know
criminals
what,
too,
ladies
man.
and gentlemen, listen
Police
to
is
me.
cri-
Listen to me. That I'm gonna really have to apologize for my brother Ykim. I
About
really
what?
don't. He's sick tonight. That's what he said, and he sounds
Right.
like he's sick in the fucking head, if you ask me, right?
Oh, yeah? What I
you
said?
know, Corin, you got a different life than I lived, right?
You don't know what life I live.
I really don't, but
Exactly.
you're 45 years old, right?
So I'm
you
younger
didn't
than you.
live the life I lived. Believe me when I tell you.
No, I didn't live your life. I'm not a man.
Right.
I'm
No,
not
you're
a man.
not a man.
And I am a lot younger and more good looking. So
Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
okay,
All
that's
right,
Right,
cool.
and
all
you
right,
have a
all right.
different life than
That's
me.
cool, right?
Okay.
Okay.
But in your generation, it may have been like that.
But it's
It
not
may
now.
have been
But
like
it's
Can I
not
explain
now.
something to you? I have a unique position in life.
We all do.
Of course, but I'm talking about mine.
Okay. All right. And
Okay.
I'm saying we
So
all
where you
do.
say my generation, which you're right, okay, because I'm 25. But this is the thing. My siblings, I'm the baby by 15 years, okay?
Okay.
So I had it on the level of pretty much being entangled in the middle of that. And I'm not innocent. My age group is not innocent. You understand where I'm coming from?
I never
What
said
is
you
your
were.
age group then? 'Cause
Oh,
we got
I'm
13.
45. I'm 45.
So what,
I'm proud
what
of
group,
it.
where does it start?
Hell yeah.
Lord, you are proud.
Allah
Where-
loves me. I'm blessed. I'm
You better
grateful.
believe that.
That's
you
right.
better really believe
I
that.
and I will. Yes,
Yeah.
thank
Who else
you.
is in your age group? What, because you talking about 13 to 25, that's one.
That's my children's
Well,
age group.
So, what range are you in?
What? Excuse me.
Where does it start at? 40,
So
50?
So I am.
35?
I would say that I go more towards. I'm gonna say 38
Mhm.
to about 52. Realistically.
Okay. All right. 38 to about 52. So that's the same.
Realistic.
That's the same group I'm in.
For real?
Right. Right.
Alright,
Right.
alright, I like that.
Oh,
Alright.
God,
All right,
don't
baby
get me
bro, baby bro,
started.
what up?
Don't get me started.
What else, man? What else
Listen, like you said,
Hey, look.
your life is
Look.
yours, his is his, mine
That's
is
right,
mine. So
that's
don't be
right.
trying to hate on
That-
his.
No,
No,
I'm
but
not.
he
Believe me, Dad, I'm not.
He
You
been
know-
there my whole
you know-
life, so-
You
I
know
know
what
that.
makes us all special? Individuality.
That's important.
No, I thought it,
Individuality.
I thought
man,
you was
right?
special
And
because
it's a
Because he
beautiful
fell
of
a couple
thing.
times.
something else.
You
fell a
thought I was
couple
special
times?
For
what?
some other reasons.
What other reason? What other
I don't
reason?
know. I remember that little yellow school bus though.
I said he
don't
fell a
know.
couple times. I was trying to be nice, like he slipped.
No, I
Yeah.
actually no.
He
The
got a
last
good-
time
good-
I
he-
fell, the police smacked him, and I fell.
You sure they wasn't like watch your head, bang?
No,
It
no,
wasn't one of
I
those?
ain't giving that chance.
Because I know
ain't
you
giving
have
that chance.
a lot of passion when it comes to our office,
I do have a lot of passion
and I like that.
about whatever I'm talking
That's
about.
why I
I know
like
they
it.
need to stop killing
And
us.
that's
I know
mutual.
that.
That needs to stop.
And that's mutual. Yes,
But
that's
we need
one
to make
thing
that stop.
need to stop.
How?
Stop. How? I'm gonna tell you.
Because
something.
I-
You know what?
What?
I'm glad you asked that. Honestly, and this is not my thought or my idea. I was actually like on TikTok or whatever, and whatever. Long story short, they was like, "Oh, say something that people are gonna hate you for, whatever," but it's the truth. You know what they said? There was a white man who stated this on TikTok.
What?
He said, if we want to stop unjustified killings of black people, all we need to do is, if every black person in America took an insurance policy out for over $250,000, that shit would stop.
Because
And it
it's
goes
going
back
broke,
down
right?
because money is power. And those insurance companies, if they got to start paying out on them policies,
Right.
they going to start prosecuting them cops. And them cops going to
Slow
know.
down with that bullshit.
And I was like, wow, I never thought about that. I was like, that makes a lot of fucking
That's
sense.
a hell of a formula.
It is. So that's one way. We need to
Right.
start taking insurance and understand a fish fry is not insurance.
You
A
know
what?
what?
A fish fry. You know, black people, somebody died. We're going to have a fish fry. We're going to have a card party. We're going to raise that money by any means necessary.
You know
Am I
what?
wrong?
That
That
there-
ain't insurance.
That
Go
there-
fund me ain't insurance.
Listen, that there was two white ladies from out of Dallas, Texas, right? This is within the last 10 years. That they would go around getting the homeless black men
Oh, I know about
and
that.
taking them home, cleaning them up, taking out
And get insurance policies on them. And yeah.
and killing them.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So again, it goes back to
Yeah.
not just the money, right? But the disregard of the human
But
life.
they was doing it to white ones too.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
They
they was
did
they
it to
was it was
more
greed.
blacks than
That
white.
right there was not motivated by. And I'm gonna be honest. Like I said, I stand on things and I'm passionate. But everything is not a black against white thing. A lot of stuff is. Don't get me wrong. But I'm not gonna give them more power than they have. And you understand me?
I ain't gonna give
America
no
is
power.
about economics. That was if you were. They wouldn't care if you was black, white, Guatemalan, Mexican, Egypt. They wouldn't give a crap. They wouldn't care if you was Martian. If they could find out that you didn't have any family that's gonna look for you or be of concern for
Right.
you, they would take you and clean you up or whatever. Get this insurance policy, and then X, Y would happen to you. You understand? That was about green. All the
Okay.
same, still wrong. You understand me? That was about green and being economically disadvantaged because they were preying on people who didn't have any funds or any family to back them.
Right.
Sound like people of color.
Now, how?
That's what it sounds
So
like.
we don't even listen.
People of color.
So you saying people of color are the only people that's economically disadvantaged?
No, but we are the majority in that. We are the
In
majority.
that situation. Right.
We are the majority.
We
Right.
and I'm not like this is the thing. We they know what that means?
What?
We need to do something about that. You know what that means? Wow, what I said earlier that you cut me off, that we need to learn to be a unit and stop throwing kids the fuck out at 18 and allow everybody to build an income and build their credit.
Did
and
you
and
really
then
say
have
that
people,
again?
And you have people go out when they can afford to
Did
go
you
out
really
and stand on
say
their
that
own.
again?
Hell yeah.
When I just told you that was bullshit?
It's not bullshit. You just told me
Yeah.
it wasn't.
That
I
means
just told
she's
you that's
standing on her
bullshit.
position. She just
10
told you
toes
that.
down. You let me know. Oh, it sounds like people of color. You know why? We
It
throw our
sounds
kids
like-
out when they're not ready to be thrown
No.
out. We don't pull money together. We're not willing to struggle together
you
for a
throw
greater
your
cause.
kid out?
It's
Hell
the-
fucking
It's
no.
the crab
Okay.
in the barrel situation.
All right.
No,
so
no, I
then
drove
what-
my 22
so
young
then
to
what
work
will
today.
make you think others threw their kids out?
I know a whole bunch that has, and so do you.
You know a whole bunch.
And so do you.
You know a
We
bunch
all
of
do.
dirty motherfuckers.
We know a lot of dirty
No, I
motherfuckers.
do
Ain't
not.
you from
No,
40?
I do. No, I'm not.
Well, you hang out in 40.
No,
you
I
just
don't.
let me. You well, then you disputing yourself because
No, I
you was
don't.
like,
I told
remember
you,
the story
I
you
used
said.
to be in the 40
Okay,
project.
and
Right,
okay.
about the kid who came down and
Okay,
called
okay,
his father.
right.
I was
Okay, so that's
passing
where I
through.
got that through.
I was passing through. That's what I said.
Okay, and I love
Kid
40 by
ran
the way.
down on
I
me.
love 40. Shout out to 40 Projects. I got a
Yeah,
lot of
shout
people
out
there.
to South Jamaica, period.
Shout out to
Matter of
Basin,
fact,
Rochester.
shout out to the
all
United
five
States where any
brothers
black
and-
people
Nah,
grew up
shout
on
out
that.
to New York Boulevard, what Jay now called Guy Brewer.
Oh,
Shout out to that.
All right. So can we wrap this up now?
no,
Hell
hell
no,
no.
hell no.
Hell
He didn't get the
no.
last word. Had he said that, can we
I
wrap
already
this up?
know. I
We'd
already
be
know.
wrapped up.
All right,
Right.
close us out, bro. Close us out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we had a good experience tonight. The Law Library with Ty and our special guest, Ladybug. And once again,
Corrine.
Thank you guys for having me. Yes, I'm Ladybug, I'm Corrine, I'm Corey, whatever. Just don't
Sound
call
like
me
you
late
got a
for a
bunch-
meal. Don't
Thank
call
you
me
for
late
the
for a
debate.
meal.
Thank you for the debate.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed
really
it.
did.
that
I
sounds
love
like
how
a
we
lot
debate.
of aliases to me.
That's not aliases.
Huh?
Everybody can't pronounce
I love
my
it.
name.
Right.
My
I
big
can.
brother
You
Walik
can.
named
I
me
gotta go
Ladybug.
smoke now.